Okay. I imagine we'll be done around 10:30. This should be a short one. We're just gonna. So they all decided to go over what you guys found in the Juju house before we enter the development phase. Okay.
Alrighty.
So you we'll cut back to the Juju house where you guys have gathered up these materials. Lieutenant Poole got the officer from upstairs who was having a nervous breakdown, and they're bringing the officer that was killed up the stairs around this time, and he's telling you guys to get the fuck out of there. You can hear police sirens. You can hear like their police sirens are coming, and I'm just going to kind of fast forward through this. So you guys dip into the pawn shop, and then kind of that's near the one abandoned building, and then head out on the street, take a cab back to your hotel. Okay, everyone fine with that?
Yeah.
With me.
The fire you guys started down there does spread and engulf the whole Juju house. If you look at session notes, Garrett, you'll see a newspaper about what happened, the true story about the atheist, communist, anti-American radicals in the Juju house.
Mm. Perfect.
So
Kill the commies.
we'll give you guys a couple. Like you just had a broken rib, Garrett. You know there's no point going to the hospital unless you want some medicinal heroin.
Nah, I'm good.
You're just gonna drink yourself, I'm sure. So we'll give you guys a day so everyone who's hurt can heal 1 hit point. And now you have the book you found, the other book you haven't read, and the artifacts you found. There's a lot of artifacts with text and runes carved into them. And then there's a mask that Nicholas has, a scepter that Jacob has. So, what are you guys doing? We'll start at the top, Jacob. All right, I take it you're looking at the scepter.
Yep. Trying to see, feel if there's anything.
There is some writing on it.
All right, so I'll take a look at the writing.
Let me just.
Is that- Do I need to roll something for that?
Yeah, I'm just figuring out exactly what you need to roll. 1 moment. Actually, if you look at the scepter, the carvings on the scepter, you do notice they are recognizable. Like they look at like Egyptian hieroglyphs.
They look like Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to ask McCarty to take a look at it.
Yeah, I very eagerly look at it.
So you look at it and just give me a Egyptian language roll.
One second, I put my dice away for vacation and never got them back out. This one and this one. First roll of the night. What the fuck is that? A 4. A 4 under 80.
You instantly recognize them, and they say, "Are you just reading them in your head or saying them out loud?"
I'm probably just gonna read them in my head first.
They say, "Nyambi, thy power mine." You know, Nyambi is the Bantu god of the sun, also known as Jupiter in Roman gods, Zeus in the Greek gods, or Amon Ra in the Egyptian gods. Because
Alright.
the pantheons are similar.
Yeah, so after I read it in my head, I'll assume that it's innocent enough, and just knowing some of the things I've said, I'm kind of wary on it, but I'll say it out loud. Tell them what it says.
when you say it while holding the staff, you feel a slight like buzz in your body, but nothing that feels negative. Mechanically, I'll tell you what it does because you rolled so high. The scepter grants 10 additional magic points to anyone grasping the center and calling on Nyambi, and these power points dissipate in an hour if not being used. And it can only do this once a day.
Hmm. So I kind of like feeling this. I'll give it back and teach him the phrase in Egyptian.
Yeah, now you have a staff that makes you get more magic power. Congratulations, Jacob.
Nice. Now I'll be able to teleport through those mirrors for sure.
Okay, so Hardwood, you have the mask. What are you doing?
Is there any markings on it at all?
Actually, funny enough, so there's 4 faces carved into the top of the mask. Like if you look at the picture in Artifact, there's a description of it. There's 4 horrible faces carved into the top of it. And there's like a corded basket, which the heads sit on, and then like a feather or like a cloth that comes on the from the basket that would essentially cover the face of the wearer. Um, if someone were to make a botany roll, they might be able to take a look at the wood the mask is carved out of and the materials to get an idea of what it is.
All right. Well, I guess I would ask Voss if she knows what kind of wood it is.
I mean, I can try.
See, there's stuff for botany in this campaign.
Just a little bit. Alright, 26 under 51.
The fabrics and feathers seem like you're not a biologist, but they seem
Mhm.
innocuous enough. The real interesting thing is the wood.
Mm-hmm.
This wood is nothing like anything you've ever seen or heard of. It matches no known phenotype or genotype or genus of trees. It
At
is.
all. Like
It's
found on Earth.
nothing. It resembles nothing you've ever seen before. It's not. Doesn't look like a hardwood. It doesn't look like a softwood. It doesn't match anything from the region in Africa you would assume it would have came from. Like there's nothing you can think of. Like it breaks the rules of how trees should be on a biological level. Just from your from you looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
And the masks in it are horrible. Well, the faces carved on top of it are horrible. All 4 of them.
So beyond that, I guess it would be something I would look more into. Like, and it does look like there's writing on like the fabric.
Okay, so if you want to know more, it would be require a successful Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Well, I have
You
0
could,
that, so.
and there could be an archaeology or a anthropology check done of it.
Does anyone have that?
Of what?
Garrett, you have archaeology, don't you?
Yeah. 1 second. Yeah, sorry, I had to sneeze. Oh, fuck. That would be a holy shit. I'm rolling great tonight. 6 under 85.
You seen art like this is Congolese in origin, and you do not recognize the faces carved onto the mask.
Oh boy.
If someone wants to do a Cthulhu Mythos roll, or they could just put on the mask and see what happens.
I volunteer as tribute.
No, Hardwood's gonna stick it on.
Are you sticking it on right now?
I was gonna say I have a Cthulhu Mythos. I can roll for it first.
I also have
If you guys want to,
Yeah.
you guys can roll first.
All right. I'll roll this one on here.
nope. 79 over 5. Is that a critical fail?
No.
Fuck. So close. 8 over 2.
You can use luck.
You know what? I'll use 7 luck. Make it down to a 1.
You recognize something in maybe it was the book you started reading. Like can't remember what it was. Life as a God.
Yeah.
And then a combination of that and your archaeological and Egyptian knowledge and just stuff you picked up, you recognize the faces as 4 distinct gods. Outer gods. The Nodens, Azathoth, Shub-Niggurath, and Yog-Sothoth.
Yeah, I passed this information on. Now, what would I know about the Elder Gods?
That's it. You do not. You look. I was explaining earlier. So you know the Delta Green game, right?
Yeah.
Delta Green is an organization has a Cthulhu mythos of like 5 to 7. Mukunga Madari has a Cthulhu mythos score of 23. Like, I can't stress how little people know about the mythos. Like, maybe a couple thousand people in the world know anything. And you just ended up killing about 30 of them. So, like I said, very few people know anything about the mythos whatsoever. Because people who find out much of anything end up going insane.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, were we supposed to roll for luck?
Yeah, you guys can roll for luck real quick. But is someone putting on the mask?
It's a D10 afterwards, right?
Yeah, if you fail.
If you roll under, you get more?
No, if you
have to
roll over.
Damn it.
Thank the Lord. I actually rolled over this time.
Why did I waste a 7 on that?
So, is someone
D-
putting on the mask? I need
D8
to
or
know.
D10?
I'm sure as fuck not putting it on. After reading that book, McCarthy is kind of spooked a little bit.
I'm
No, Harwood's gonna put it away.
What'd you say, Jacob?
I'm gonna put it on.
You're putting it on?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, a couple things are going to happen.
Uh-oh.
You put the mask on, and instantly the cloth that covers the face like vacuum seals around your face.
Great.
It like to the point where it's like almost like a morph suit. Like your mouth instantly opens in like a horrified look. And they can just see every like feature of your face underneath this cloth.
Okay. Am I dead?
No. What do you do?
Yeah.
And what does everyone else do?
Hardwood's
all
gonna
that-
try and pull
Is
it
that all
off
that-
of him.
Well, is that all I feel? I just feel it tighten around my
For
face.
this exact moment, this is all you feel. First, what do you do, Jacob, and then we'll
breathe.
resolve.
Do I feel like a sense of not being able to breathe, or
You feel like a buzzing so intense, it's like you're surrounded by a swarm of bees, and you feel it's tight on your face, like, and on your neck, like a tie that's way too tight. You can breathe, but it's uncomfortable.
uncomfortable? All right, I'm gonna tell him to hold on.
Are you still trying to pull it off, Hardwood?
Yes.
You grab the mask, and it feels like you just grabbed a hot pan out of the oven. You recoil your hands back, and there's no burn marks, and your hands don't hurt anymore. But that thing felt like it was boiling hot. Okay, so now you after about, no one can see this, by the way, but after about 15 seconds, Jacob, Clifford, your pupils expand to fill your entire eye sockets, and you need to roll a very important d4 for me.
Got a 1.
Okay. I'm going to roll 2. Okay. Now I need you to make a sanity check.
Yep. $25 under 36.
That's very good. So, you see a elderly man with white hair and beard, but he still looks like ripped and strong. And he's in a chariot riding towards you. And he's right before like the chariot of him riding into you. Like, by the way, the chariot is formed from a huge seashell, and right before it rides into you, you snap out of it, and the mask falls off your head.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
So Dorian's just gonna say, really, like, just pretty sure I just saw a god.
Anyone else want to give the mask a try?
Harwood takes the mask and sticks it in his bag.
Not going to let anyone else take it for a ride?
Nope.
Dorian's gonna quickly remind Hardwood, though, that remember the last mask gave us visions of the future that we would have to deal with. They may have their dangers, but they've also had their perks so far.
You could take it for another ride if you want, Jacob.
Now, he's going to say, well, we can worry about that later.
Well, later's always the future.
I think we've had enough excitement for the night
Okay.
regarding masks.
We'll go on to Mr. McCarty. So there is a copper bowl with some carvings on it, a headband with some carvings on it, and then 2 books that haven't been read yet.
I'm gonna first. I'm
You
gonna
can
take
look
the
at
head.
the headband.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the look at the headband first and try to decipher what it says.
So first off, when you pick up the headband, it seems way heavier than it should be for its size, and it feels warm to the touch, even though it's been just sitting on the table in the room. Not like burn you, but warm to the touch.
Okay.
You do not recognize this language, and if you this would require a Cthulhu Mythos roll um, to yeah, this would require a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Let's see it. Come on. Fuck me. 9 over 2.
You gonna burn more luck?
um. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna die soon anyways. I'll burn 7 luck.
You something about this writing makes you think of um you know that one the Rosetta Stone which has that one language on it we can't decipher?
Yeah.
That's the language you realize is on here.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And
I'm gonna put the headband on.
you feel a slight buzz and like it feels warm on your head and that's it. But you do notice the language for some reason while you're looking at it Atlantis comes to mind.
Hmm.
And what you also gather is like just something about the design and your understanding of archaeology, anthropology, and just that time period. That it feels like it's something that's meant to protect the wearer. You don't know from what.
Alright, yeah, just gonna keep that bitch on my forehead. And I'm gonna try to look at the bowl and see if I can see what the bowl says.
That is another Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Fuck. I'm not burning luck for that one. 77 over 2.
You can't make out what it says, but give me a. What would be a good roll for this? Yeah, I'll accept an archaeology roll on this.
14 under 85.
This looks like copper, but this is not copper. In fact, you're not sure what the hell this bowl's made of. It's not made of brass. It's not made of copper. It's not made of any metal that makes sense to you. Something about it. This is not a copper bowl.
Hmm. So I just want to make a mental a note for what's happening with this. So after McCarty looks at the masks and is able to decipher that, he just like goes straight to the headband while Dorian is putting the mask on, and like he picks up the headband, looks at it for about a minute or so, and if anybody's looking, you'll see him just kind of like shrug, put the headband on, and then go over to the bowl.
Oh, one thing I forgot because you're the one who found out about the mask. This makes you think of Nodin, the headband.
Ooh.
Like something about the carvings and the way it is, and compared to the mask, just makes you think of Novin. So
Interesting. Okay.
now up to Miss Voss.
Alrighty. Oh, so one of the things that I was thinking about was reading that book that we found. Ah, I have too many tabs open. The Africa's Dark Sex. So she was just gonna, because they did find that, right? Like, was it
Yeah,
just kind
yeah.
of like, was it in the back room, like in a back room or something, or was it?
It was on the altar in there.
Oh, it was on the altar.
Here, go ahead, read it. I put the. You can start reading it. It's in the tomes now,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll tell you what happens as you start to read it.
Okay.
Which one is this?
Africa's Dark Sex. This is one of my favorite ones so far that you guys have come across.
Ooh, it's an interesting cover.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Hmm.
By the way, Anna, you take 1d10 sanity.
Great. I just straight up 1d10.
Yep.
Cool.
Hopefully it's 10. You fucking need it.
No, I don't.
Nerd.
3.
And you gain 2 Cthulhu Mythos.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you learn a spell.
Yay!
You remember those horrible zombies you found?
Yes.
You know how to make them.
Yeah!
Fuck
Is that
yeah, zombie.
Is that the one where you have to fucking sacrifice an innocent and
And basically like necromancy in a way. You're binding them to you.
right? You're
Yeah, yeah.
necromancer killing people to make your own fucking army.
Damn. That's crazy though. How do I add the Cthulhu mythos on here?
I can do it for you.
Oh,
How many
cool.
did I say? 2?
2, yeah.
So now Birdie is a necromancer. Good to know.
Right? Oh, and then previously, how much do we do for luck? Is it also a 1d10?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that too real quick.
God fucking Rosalind.
There is one more book if you want to give it a read, Anna.
What the fuck did I do? There's
The
one more
Weak
book
and
you
the
said?
Young.
Yeah, Amongst the Stones. You still haven't read it yet.
Isn't that the one with like the human skin cover?
No,
Or is
this
that the-
one's a cover of some leather. You have no idea what it is.
That's what
Hardwood
it was.
will read that one.
You're going to read it, Hardwood?
Yep.
Okay. If anyone wants, they can try again to see if they know what the cover's made of.
What kind of roll is that?
Cthulhu Mythos.
Fuck it. We all roll.
Yeah, right? I'll roll.
Roll for it.
I can't roll for it. I have nothing.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Hell no, I got nothing. I got 69.
Huh?
That's a critical
that's
success.
a critical success.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
You. Let me just make sure. First off, we'll do this. Nicholas, take 1d3 sanity damage, so 1d6 halved.
Okay.
Yep.
Mine didn't roll 100 as well. So a D2 is 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you have one Cthulhu Mythos. Congratulations.
Nice.
But you can read what it is in tomes now. Anna, picking up the book, Voss remembers something she read in one of the books. It's hard to put it all together,
Mm-hmm.
but this skin seems like the exact description of the skin of something called a hunting horror.
A hunted horror?
Hunting horror.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Can I read more of it?
You'll be able to spend time reading the book. I can tell you this one is the if you notice you didn't take much sanity loss and didn't gain much Cthulhu mythos, this book's less of a mythos tome than the other ones.
Gotcha.
If you do notice, did you notice at the top of the book? It's a poetry book.
Oh, okay.
It says to Roger, dear friend. So your characters would assume this book was written to Roger Carlyle.
Ah.
Oh.
So, do you tell the other party members about the poems you read? Like, obviously, you don't need to show them the book.
What information did I get out of them?
What's in that? You basically just get the poems, and then the Cthulhu mythos. That's basically what you get from the book.
Yeah, then I would let them know.
Garrett, upon hearing one of the poems, I do need you can make a history check or archaeology, your choice.
History or archaeology? What's my history? Should be pretty good. Yeah, I'll make a history. It's actually 2 points better. Bam!
Yeah.
Can I spend a luck to make it critical?
There will be no difference. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, I'll just keep it at 2.
The last poem. I don't know if you're looking at it.
Which book was this?
Yeah, Amongst the Stones. So the last poem, the My Ancient Queen poem.
Okay.
Upon hearing that, you immediately are reminded of a someone from ancient Egypt, Nitocris, the last queen of the 6th dynasty.
Ooh. I'm definitely gonna pass on that this poem seems to be in reference to Nitocris. Wasn't there there was something else that pertained to the 6th dynasty? The fuck was it? It was in Life of the God, right? Maybe? I don't remember. Anybody remember?
What part? The
So,
dynasty?
yes, there's something else that we just recently ran into that dealt with the 6th dynasty.
Um,
Mm,
I feel no. That wasn't the writing. The right on the stairs.
GM, do you want to help us with this? Because this is something that McCarty would remember.
I'm just double checking before I say anything. Sorry, I'm just double checking because it's important. Don't tell you the wrong thing.
Yeah, because I remember I had to do a check on what I knew about the 6th dynasty, and it wasn't much. Just because, like, there's not much on it. I'm talking about 2100 BC.
So you didn't find anything. Well, there is one connection you make. So you know that Nitocris, Queen Nitocris, had a son who was named Nephrin Ka. And you also know that the last pharaoh of the third dynasty was named Nephrin Ka. And as far as you know, that's who would be referred to as the Black Pharaoh.
Okay, yeah. So it was the Black Pharaoh that I was thinking of.
Yes, and you know that the Black Pharaoh went by Nephrin Ka, and you know that Nitocris had a son she named Nephrin Ka.
And that was in one of the other books, right? Or was
Yes,
that?
as well as the picture you took of the stairs going down to the hieroglyphs.
Gotcha. Okay, so I was right. It was though.
So you managed to put that together. So, before we go into New York epilogue, is there anything else anyone wants to do with these artifacts before we go into epilogue and development phase?
Yeah. Any other books?
You've looked at all the books and artifacts. You'll have, if you want to look at them more, you'll have time to do in your development phase.
I was to say that was the only thing I wanted to look at.
No one wants to put on any more masks or anything?
No, I'm good.
I mean, I wanted to read some of the other books, but
Okay. You still didn't finish the poetry book you read. Like I said, these books are filled with double meanings. They're filled with coded script. They're filled with obvious lies and falsehoods. You actually have to parse them and take notes to read them. It takes a while to read books. The more complex the book, the longer it takes to finish. But you
gotcha.
gain a little bit by parsing the book the first time, and the more you read, the more you learn.
So there wouldn't be any benefit to me like reading the sex.
Well, yeah, but you should finish the book you're reading first.
Gotcha.
And there will be time in the campaign for that. Yeah. So we'll go for a little epilogue for New York. So all this stuff happens over the few weeks until you guys hop on an ocean liner and head across the sea to Southampton, England. So we'll just kind of paint the scene like all cinematic, like at the end of like a fucking like Cold Case or something, where you have the music playing and like it's showing everything that's going on. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So as you guys sneak off into like that abandoned building by the Juju house, as you see the building begin to be engulfed in flame, and you see Lieutenant Poole heading outside, like with the other officer carrying the body of their one comrade who was killed by Mukunga Mudari, and the alleyways littered with corpses, including one of a cop who took his own life. You just hear, everyone know "We'll Meet Again" by Vera Lynn.
I think so, yeah.
You know the "We'll Meet Again." Don't know how, don't know when, but we'll meet again some sunny day.
Yes.
So that's playing. You see Millie Adams rushing out with the cops. You see the police rush up to help these cops and firefighters and everyone. All that's happening. We see, by the way, did you guys tell Rebecca Schoenberg anything or just kind of leave her in the dark?
We totally left her in the dark.
Okay. You see her frustratedly typing away at the typewriter to write the one news article you read because she couldn't get anything else from the police. But
I'm gonna go over to her.
Oh, are you gonna tell her?
I'm not gonna tell her everything. I'm not gonna tell her the whole truth about what happened. But just kind of like confirm what the police are saying.
Okay. So she's typing away at her typewriter, and you see the news article that's in session notes that she wrote. And then we cut to the Sing Sing, where you see Millie Adams standing there in a dress as Hilton Adams is released, and they hug and kiss each other, and it's all such a heartfelt moment. We then cut to you guys just recovering from your crazy bullshit and looking at these books and at these artifacts and trying to figure out what's going on. And then, right as it's coming into the end of the song and the "We'll meet again," don't know where, when, don't know when. It's zooming in on the smiling face of Mukunga Mudari as the building around him burns.
Great.
Ew.
So, now, everyone, roll to upgrade your skills. If you don't know how to unlock your character sheet, there's a lock at the top which you can undo, and then you can change things on your character sheet.
I don't remember.
Just a reminder, you roll your skill, and if it's the same way with a luck roll. You roll your skill, and if you roll above your skill, then you can add a D10 to it. Just make sure that's right. Yep, a D10 to it. If you roll below it, you don't add anything. So the less you know, the easier it is to learn.
Alright, hey,
Cool.
everybody change your rules to self-roll for this too. That way we're not, like, plugging up a shit.
Then we'll do all your sanity.
I'm just gonna roll dice.
If you roll below it,
Wait.
you add step to it.
No, if you roll above it.
Yeah.
Oh. And then it's a D10.
Yes.
Nice.
Think of it this way:
Ooh.
it's easier to learn
It's
stuff
not.
about things you don't know much about compared to stuff you're familiar with.
Whoops.
Would that be 64?
We'll be done before 11, Anna.
No worries.
How do you uncheck mark?
Double click.
Oh, got it.
Anyone get anything crazy?
No, thus far I've gotten a 1.
I got
What the hell?
7 to my brawl.
Are you freaking kidding me?
What? Are you just rolling like 5s, 3s, 2s, 1s?
Literally
just
the
rolling-
only time I ever roll well. This is actual horse shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm just rolling super fucking well tonight.
I'm rolling rocks.
I'm rolling what I need to like change it, but I'm just rolling I'm rolling 1s on the D10 so far.
That's even worse.
Yeah, it's like there's no point. Like I moved literature and charm up by 1 point.
Yeah. Let me know when you guys are all done.
Yeah,
that's not
I
surprising.
made all of the rolls, but handgun, brawl, and spot hidden. This is some bullshit.
The only thing I
Finally.
increased was my library use, and that was by 2 points.
Well, my brawl went up to 66.
Ooh, my
You guys will
brawl
like the
by
next part
7.
a lot.
That was nice. Ooh, I got plus 10 on my spot hidden.
That's super useful.
That's actually really good.
Considering how
what it-
well I fucking rolled
Hey,
on everything else.
Zach,
What was that?
do you have to be over, or if you get the exact number, it's still
I'll give it to you at the exact number.
hell yeah. Okay,
Somehow my
first aid's
lowest
going
one-
up.
Somehow my lowest one, library, is the one that I failed to roll on. That's where I rolled 2.
How do
Is
we
everyone
uncheck
all
mark
done?
it?
Double click.
Ah.
Okay, now you guys are.
Oh wait, I didn't roll archaeology.
No, I'm
Sorry.
nowhere close to being done.
I don't think I did anyways.
Didn't you like have the most skills that you used? Hardwood.
Yeah. So
That's because you roll rocks all the time.
what's a 0 on the D10? Is that 10?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Library going up.
bastard.
I didn't get to make a cult go up.
By the way, in your development phase,
79, yeah.
just to go over what you can do. You can go get therapy if you want to help your sanity, or if you want to help your underlying sanity. You
I
can
just
help
rolled
that.
I just rolled a 5 under 10 on psychology.
You can work on increasing a skill, learn a new skill.
No, I'm going straight to a fucking psychologist.
Or you can study some artifacts.
Same here.
I'm gonna develop a skill. A new skill.
So when do I get all my HP back?
You get it back now. Give yourself max HP, everyone.
I have no idea how, but my 2 lowest skills, 10 and 20, are the ones that I failed to roll on. I just got better at everything that I was good at. That was it. And everything
You're
else bad,
almost
I
there,
just-
Hardwood.
2 more. Oh, I did not get that one. No spot hidden for me.
I got 63 spot hitting now.
Hardwood's gonna be the bane of my existence. I already know.
54 listen. I got 59 rifle now and shotgun.
Nice.
And I got 66 brawl.
You know, I finally had my fucking rifle out, and I didn't even use the stupid thing.
Yeah,
I think I am done.
Every battle.
All right. So, you guys are gonna love this part, okay?
Sanity?
Sanity.
Woohoo!
Hell yeah.
So everyone add 1d6 sanity for solving Jackson Elias's murder.
1d6.
Oh, that's only
1d6. That's 5. Nice. I needed that
So
shit.
Woo, one.
now,
1 whole point.
oh, remember, you can't go higher than your max sanity. Now everyone roll a d4 for exonerating Hilton Adams.
Come on, big numbers. 3.
4.
Not bad.
Yeah.
gotta throw on that one.
That's
Still not great.
So far, I got a 1 and a 4.
Everyone ready for the next one?
yeah.
Yep.
3 and a 2.
For exposing Captain Robson as a corrupt cop, 1d2. So just roll a d4 and take half,
Half
of
it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So if
Oh,
it's a
sweet,
3,
I got
half it would
fucking-
be 2. Are we rolling?
Yeah, it would be 2.
Okay,
Half round down, I'm assuming.
I thought it was round up.
No, round down, sorry. That,
Oh,
I got a 4 anyways, so my math was real easy like.
okay. Now, you kill because you killed Mukunga Mudari, you gain 1d6.
Please be better this time. Oh my god.
Hell yeah, I got a 6.
2.
I'm all the way
got
back
a
up to 60 sanity.
nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm back up to 80.
Yeah, fuck you.
So
Nobody cares.
now, add another d4 for breaking up the Cult of the Bloody Tongue in New York.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Man, 4s are my jam.
I'm only rolling like straight fucking ones right now.
You need to go to therapy, bro.
Everyone ready for the next one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, for killing the Bayaki and the dimensional shambler, you each get 1d10.
God damn. Come on, big money.
And that ends up being a fucking 3. Ugh.
If you're at max sanity, you're at max sanity.
What is max sanity supposed to
It'd be 98 because it's 100 minus your Cthulhu Mythos. Well, 99 minus your Cthulhu Mythos score.
I guess 98 it is.
Fucking hate you. So now you guys add 1d8 for the killing the Chimba.
Well, there's no point in me rolling.
Nope.
Oh my god. They're all like shit rolls for me.
And now it's a d10 for the Chakota.
Holy shit, nice.
I can't believe you fucking got up to max sanity again, Anna.
I'm gonna give me some fucking sanity.
Can I give my 2 rolls over to Garrett,
No.
Jacob?
So Garrett, you're finally feeling like yourself again. Same with you, Hardwood and fucking Voss. You still are heavily affected by what you saw, Clifford. But you feel more yourself. Like you feel better than you felt in like months.
Fuck, I think this is the most sanity I've had since we started the campaign. I'm pretty sure
Exactly.
it's been less than this.
Can
Oh.
we increase our sanity beyond?
No, the more you learn about the mythos, the worse it gets.
Yeah, so
Damn.
basically you're trading your max sand for Cthulhu Mythos.
So now let's talk development phase. We'll just start with the first picture. What are you doing, Clifford for the few weeks before you leave leave New York.
For some more fucking therapy.
You could also spend time with your mother to increase your sanity.
I don't know about that. I don't know if that's going to increase sanity.
Okay, so you
That
want to
might
get
decrease.
therapy?
Yeah.
Okay. So you okay, roll a sanity check for me.
78 over 54.
You don't have to hide this from me.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I didn't even know that I was still on self.
Oh, it's okay.
But it was a 78 over 54. Unless you want me to roll it again.
Roll it again so I can see it. I don't believe you.
See, you've passed.
Now it's a 31 under 54.
Okay. So you talk with the therapist. How honest are you being?
I think I would only be talking about my newfound sense of, or new fear of heights, level of stress,
And the loss of your friend Jackson Elias?
you know, stress, PTSD from that, and then. But I'd also probably be talking a little bit about excitement due to feeling closer to long held dreams.
So you get 1d6 sanity.
Let's finally be good. Oh my god! Finally,
Hot
Nice.
damn.
it's like the one. That's like the roll. The only roll I had over 4. I only rolled 4s on like the d10s, and everything else was worse.
So are you reading more into the which book were you reading?
Selections de Levon. Yeah, I'm gonna read more of that.
Okay, let me just see if
Does my magic go back up too, like my health?
yeah.
Because I didn't add that back.
And remember, you have the staff. You can get up to 20.
I should be able to get up to 23. I thought it was 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
plus 10.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have.
Wait. So your magic power should be whatever your max is.
Yours should be because you can't do magic yet.
Well, yeah, it should. You don't know any spells yet.
Okay.
I'm just sorry. I need to get to that book real quick. There we are. I was looking in the wrong book. I have 4 books open in front of me, by the way. This is a very thick and dense book. You make more of your way through it in these 2 weeks, but not to the point where you learn anything like substantial.
Is that it for me?
That's it for you. Now let's move on to, unless you want to do anything with an artifact, I'll let you do that too. Like if you want to fuck with a mask, I'll let you look more into the copper bowl if you want.
Yeah, I didn't get to take a look at the copper bowl, so I'd like to take a look at it.
It's a Cthulhu mythos.
Well, 32 over 5, so.
Okay. So, all right. Now we'll move on to hardwood. So I take it you don't need therapy.
No. No, I do not. So what are my options again?
You could try and make some money. You could work on a skill.
Okay. Just one.
Or well, you can work on 2 skills or learn a new skill.
Okay.
Or you
What would-
could or if you want to go hard into a book, I'll give you more time with the book.
What would be learning like a new skill?
So
Like
skill,
something that I don't have anything in, or something that's like at
because
a
you
one,
start
or
with a basic in like all your skills. So skill you haven't used and haven't gained any, like basically one of your skills that aren't super high.
okay. And what would I roll for those?
So you
D10?
basically do a skill check on it. Just tell me which one you're doing.
Let's see. Well, if it's the 2, then
If
I
it's
would just
the-
have to roll over again. Roll
over
over.
again, just like you're increasing the skill. Yep.
Okay. Or I could do 1. Uh, the chances aren't very good for those ones. I'll just dive deeper into the book.
Okay, so amongst the stones, you finish the book. It takes about a week. Well, it takes about half a week because you're digging in deep.
Okay.
And you gain another 2 Cthulhu Mythos. I'll add that for you. Which, funny enough,
All
that's
right.
2 off your sanity.
Yeah.
Um, you could, if you want, you can play with your artifacts more, look into them more, or you can start another book.
Uh, no. The only other thing I would want to do is learn more about the occult, but
If you want, you can do try and increase your occult.
all right. Well, I definitely rolled over.
Okay. It's a skill you haven't had any experience in, so add a d10.
Okay, cool.
Now we're up to McCarty.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start by still going to a psychologist.
Okay.
Um,
I do want to point out, if you fail, you take sanity damage. Unless you want to do this flavor-wise that you talk to a psychologist.
I think it's just kind of flavor-wise.
Okay.
Because like he does still have PTSD from the Great War.
So you're basically talking about the Great War as a way to kind of hint to some of the horrible shit you've seen recently?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna kind of like how I was with the reporter. I'm going to be truthful that I was like at the Juju house and everything, and like we saw people get murdered and like shit like that. Um, but I'm not gonna tell him the whole truth. Basically, I'm just gonna stick with the communist story
All right.
and hint towards some of the more truthful shit for like nightmares. Like I hear my old soldiers calling for me to help and shit like that.
All right, nice.
Um, and then there's kind of two things that I want to do here. I want to increase my occult, or try to increase my occult.
So again, roll like you're increasing the skill.
Nope, 36 over
Okay.
27.
Do you want to do 2 skills or just 1?
Just the one.
Okay, so that we'll do a.
Wait, why did I only get one therapy in the look at the book?
Because that's how development phases work.
But how's he doing 2 skills and a therapy?
Because you have the option to do 1 skill or 2 skills. The therapy was flavor wise. He didn't add any sanity or anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it wasn't mechanical therapy. It was like just flavor. So yeah, you can add a D10.
Okay. And then I'm gonna take a deep dive. God damn it, too. I'm gonna take a deep dive into the book I was reading.
Life is a god.
Yeah.
Go ahead, just give me intelligence roll real quick.
OT. Intelligence. Pretty good intelligence. 8 under 70.
I'll say because you're a speed reader, it's talking about Egypt, and it's just all like it's in your wheelhouse, even though it's completely insane babbling. You're able to finish this book much quicker than someone else would. So you do gain 4 more mythos.
4 more? Holy shit. Do-do-boo-do-dum. Mythos. There we go. Oh, I'm not 56. I'm up to 6. Nice.
Do you want to do anything with any of the artifacts?
I would like to study that headband more.
I'm telling you right now, you basically know everything there is to know about it.
Okay.
You know its protection. I'll say with your higher mythos and your reading of the book, you know it protects from something called a night gaunt. You have no idea what the hell a night gaunt is, but you know this headband protects you from them.
All right.
I'm surprised none of you want to put on the mask to try and,
No, honestly, the
Together.
mask scares the fuck out of Billy.
yeah. Dorian's just afraid of wearing it again and losing more of a grip on his reality. He's clearly not recovered.
Okay.
Doesn't mean he won't do it again, but he mostly does this stuff impulsively. Like when he just sees it, I was like, yep, I'm going to put that on right now.
Hardwood, are you going to put it on? Or the other one. I mean, you could get the one that gave you visions or the one that gave other visions.
No,
Fine. You all boring.
he's gonna stick it in his collection.
Okay. Miss Voss, we're up to you.
All right. The only thing I wanted to really do was, and I wasn't sure. One, I wanted to work on my occult, and
Okay.
that could just be like her pouring over, um, like just not even like the books that they've had their hands on.
You're in New
recently.
York. You can easily go to the library.
Yeah, that was my.
Or you
that
could
was,
head up to Miskatonics, and it's like a 1 day, like a 6-hour train ride or something. And
Yeah, that was kind of like my thought was is that she's going to kind of pour over anything she can get her hands on that is more like public use, rather than what they've already found. So she was gonna kind of do that, and then
There is a book in the Miskatonics library where you have been going to school recently, which you could probably convince someone to let you look at.
that is true.
Do you know what book I'm
So-
referring to?
No, I don't.
The
What about
Necronomicon.
Oh shit! The Necronomicon.
The Necronomicon.
Oh, the
Fun
Necronomicon.
name.
What'd you
Um,
say, Jacob?
I thought that's a fun name.
It is a fun name. Um, so I mean, she could even do that too. Um, but also just because like playing into the mechanic of the underlying insanity, like yeah, her sanity is really high now.
You've seen some shit.
However,
Oh, you're just coping very well.
yes. So it's almost like not an obsession at this point, but it's on the edge of becoming an obsession. Just to learn more about it, but also like not losing herself per se, but more of like the flavor text that I can kind of see in my head right now, like cinematically, is that she's poring over these books one night, and where somebody might just think it's incohesive babbling or whatever, there's like a faint smile on her lips, and she's just pouring herself into this. Um, so that's this kind of like thought I had with that. And then also I was wondering, um, what is like a possible avenue to kind of get some more like firearms training? Like what do they really have back then?
I mean,
Like
you
for
do have people who are firearm experts with you. You could ask them to teach you.
okay. Yeah, so I'll probably ask Hardwood
Yeah,
just because
fuck
like
me, right?
after right? Well,
So,
yeah. After what
And
you've
you've tried
been
to teach her,
pulling,
so
first off, so you want to improve occult and firearms?
yeah.
Okay, so make a roll on occult and whatever firearm you want to improve. I take it handguns is probably it.
Yeah. Okay, so 49 over 8. So then that's a D10.
Um, it would be because you want to do two skills. It would be a D. Let me see here, a D4.
Okay. Ah, why won't it let me take it off? Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh, there it goes. You said a D4.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a 2. Alright, so there's that. And then the handgun. I hate it when it does this. Oh, there it goes. $47 over 24, so that's a D4. Nice. I got a 4 on that one. And that is it.
Okay. Do you want to go to Miskatonics and try and crack open the Necronomicon?
Possibly. I almost feel like she wants to. But how many days is before we get
You-
on to
It's like a 2 weeks. You have until you're heading off to on an ocean liner. So I take it you'd probably visit your parents who live in Massachusetts, right?
yeah.
And let them know you're heading off to London, well, England probably for your studies, right?
Yeah. Also like kind of trying to see if one of their like any of their colleagues might have a place there too. Or if they have any connections or something like that.
Okay. We'll roll on that later.
Perfect.
Um, I just need to know if you want to stop and visit the Necronomicon.
No, not this time.
Okay.
I feel like she's too busy with her other things.
And we'll say, I'm sure you were reading the tome you were reading, which was the.
Yeah.
You were reading the Phonetic manuscripts, right?
Yeah.
You make some more progress. It's a thick one. It's yeah. You have to remember, it's Old English, 15th century, and it is. Some parts of it are very hard to decipher,
Yeah.
but you're making your way through steadily. So unless there's anything anyone wants to do with, well, do you want to do anything with any artifact?
No, I'm good.
Man, everyone's so scared of them.
Well, I'd be fine if I wasn't half insane already.
You are less than half insane. You have 60 sanity.
All right. I put on that mask once. There's a chance I'm right back down to half.
I wish I could tell you all the fun stuff that mask can do.
That's what I've been trying to get other people to wear. We got 2 people with full sanity, and they're afraid to put the mask on.
Well, after seeing like what happens to you.
He didn't even take sanity damage.
This
He
was
took
the one. This was the mask that he saw the quote unquote god, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what did the mask look like again?
It's that
If you're
African.
curious, it's in the it's in artifacts.
Maybe
it,
the.
boss. Do it.
I might. Don't tempt me.
It's already
I'm
almost
I'm
11.
literally telling you to do it.
Yeah, fuck it. She'll put on the mask.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Same thing happens with you. It sucks in on your neck, over your mouth, and I need you to roll a d4.
A D4.
A d4.
Oh Lord, I'm scared. That's the name of the game. Ugh, I got a 3.
Oh, okay.
I don't like that. I don't like the way you said that.
Make a sanity check for me.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Curiosity is killing the cat here. I got a 21 under 94.
That was a very important sanity check to pass.
Was it?
Yes.
Cool.
So, did you do this around everyone else?
I was literally in the room telling her to put it on.
Okay. Anyone else in there with her?
Yeah, I was in there. Because I was curious
I
about
guess
what
so.
happened.
Hardwood is staring at us very, very unhappily, like a stern father, just going, "I can't believe you guys are doing this shit again." After I tried to put the mask in a safe.
Pretty
She's very
much.
disappointed.
Also, how do people keep taking the mask from my safe?
I'm assuming you're letting them wear it.
I
No, he doesn't
mean,
want us to. We keep taking it.
yeah, not
He
really.
doesn't have a safe. He doesn't have a safe here though. That's why. He took the other one back to this.
Okay, so here's what you see, Anna,
Okay.
and feel.
And feel?
Oh, yeah. No, this is a whole experience.
It's like the
Oh.
spells.
So, you feel that buzzing that you expect when you're dealing with this magic. But then, and your eyes go, like I said, your pupils take up your whole eyes, and you find yourself completely in the black.
Oh.
And you see what's taking up your entire vision in front of you, an enormous mass that's darker than the blackness, which extrudes black tentacles, slime dripping mouths, and it appears to be walking towards you on these short writhing legs that remind you of a goat. And out of its many mouths, you see these small creatures just being spat and then consumed by other mouths. And like this pressure on you feels like you're like a ton of bricks are laying on your chest. You are unable to blink, you are unable to look away. And you hear this flood of what can only be described as words, but none of them can be spoken with a human tongue. And there's this just mess coming directly at you of sounds and syllables, and it's not, and a lot of it's just in your head until something specific kind of forms and it's whispered. Everyone in the room can hear her whisper this as she whispers Shub Niggereth over and over again, and then switches to whispering the black goat of the woods with 1,000 young. She's like interjecting between that and like All Mother, Lord of the Woods, the Mighty Mother. She's just, all these different names are coming out of her. And everyone outside sees her clawing at like the edge of the mask, just enough to draw blood. As the mask falls off her head and she takes 1d10 sanity damage.
Yeah.
So how much would she have taken if she failed?
Do you really want to know the answer to
I
that?
kind
I
of
do.
do.
Yeah.
Please tell me it's
I
a
want
D100.
someone to guess.
It's a D100.
Oh, it's 100% a D100.
Damn.
Jacob rolled the only one that wouldn't have fucked him up on that mask. I was so upset.
That's actually crazy.
Oh, you just saw the face of Shub Niggereth and it looked at you. And what made you start like clawing at your neck was it was looking at you and seeing you.
Oh.
And you felt it see you. Imagine being an ant and catching the attention of a human.
Yeah. That one makes I can see why I lost the sanity on that one.
How much did you lose?
6.
That mask falls off and you are hyperventilating in a panic attack.
That makes sense. I can 100% see that happening. That was actually what I was envisioning, actually.
And crying.
Again, makes sense.
Anyone else want to try it? Oh, you do gain one thing, Anna.
Okay.
1d10 mythos.
Ooh.
Oh.
Damn. How bad do I want to roll a new character?
Dude, I'm considering it right now.
You said 1d10 mythos?
Yeah, that's what you gain.
Oh, I got
1.
1.
Oh man.
Well,
I want to
I
point out
tried.
you're a foremost expert on the mythos at this point.
Learning those spells, unraveling the dark secrets of the world.
If no one else wants to put on the mask, we'll do a brief epilogue that takes place during your development phase before you guys get on the steamer.
Well, why don't we do this next week? Because it's already 11 o'clock.
It'll literally be like 3 minutes. I'm just going to talk about like some shit that happened before you guys get on the steamer. Nothing to roll for or anything like that.
That's fine.
So, Hardwood, not Hardwood. Clifford, you
Yep.
have stopped having normal dreams a while ago at this point. All your dreams are full of dark, horrible things you can't piece together. And these books are occupying more and more of your time, and this forbidden knowledge, and you finally trying to understand how the universe works. You feel yourself losing a grip on who you were before that trip to Peru. Hardwood, you lock
Yes.
that safe. You double check it's locked every night. But there's been nights you've woken up 3 in the morning, standing in the bathroom with that golden mirror or the other mask in your hands. You've locked the safe, you've put shit in front of it, you've handcuffed yourself to the bed. Something keeps drawing you towards this, and you are doing your damnedest to fight it. McCarty, your time also occupied in these books. You find yourself, you haven't been this excited to dive into things since like you first went to college, like your first expedition to Egypt. Like you were a diving into this with so voraciously. But those dreams of the war that you had, they're, which was just you normally being shelled and you know the gas and putting your mask on and not being able to breathe, those were your normal dreams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your dreams are slowly being replaced by you running in the trenches from something you can't see, something hungry, and it's killing everyone you pass. And you're not just passing people you went to war with, you're passing family members, childhood friends, colleagues at work, and you run by them and then you just hear their blood curdling screams. And this dream just keeps happening. Miss Voss, you have a taste of a power you've never had before, and a taste of a knowledge that's you've never had before. Something's changing in you, and you can't quantify it. You're not sure what it is, but you are not the same person you were before. And you're spending more time in these books. You're spending more time dabbling in the occult. You're trying rituals frequently. Most of them are just, hogwash and Victorian superstition, but like there's this thirst in you for this knowledge that you're deciphering from these pages, and you stopped having dreams. And when you do, you just wake up in a cold sweat panic attack. Sometimes when it's quiet at night and you're trying to sleep, you hear like a faint whisper on the edge of hearing. You can't make out what it's saying, but it terrifies you.
Ooh,
And you guys are heading to Southampton, England.
nice. That was fun.
Jacob, you were so fucking lucky.
Yeah. Well,
I had a whole thing set up. If you failed those checks, if anyone needs to go right now, they can go. If you failed if you rolled anything but a 1 and failed that sanity check, which were both really fucking likely, you had a 75% chance and a 70% chance. Because you were down to like 30 sanity.
yeah. 34, I think, is where I was at.
You would have taken 1d100 sanity damage.
Yeah.
And I had it all planned out. Your character was just going to scream and cry and laugh and run out of the room. It would have been great.
Didn't happen, though.
I know. I'm very disappointed.
I'm still just saying enough to continue searching for magic.
It would have really fucked up their plans for England too if you disappeared.
It really would have too.
Fuck yeah, it would have.
No more Mr. Moneybags to carry him around. You would have fucked right off.
Pretty much.
Well, that's why we're doing England now. So that's the next time I do something like put on the next mask we find just immediately on and go, what's going to happen with this one? And then drive myself insane. We've already done England, so it's okay. I can go insane then.
And then Anna managed to look at the face of a dark outer god.
Yeah, I mean, not unscathed at that point.
You made it out of there a lot better than most people.
That is true.
Like, you have to think, you stared at the face of something horrible.
And it looked back. That's the
Yeah,
key.
you stared into the void and it stared back and acknowledged you. Not like happily or warmly, but with a malice and indifference.
Ooh. It knows now I exist.
Yes, it is fully aware of your existence.
And that's the
Doesn't
bad
something-
part.
Doesn't something else already know our existence too that came to ask her questions?
That is true.
That's something different. Something knows of your existence too, Jacob. You remember when you first put on that mask and you heard a voice?
The gold one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You accidentally cast a spell when you first put on that mask.
Ooh.
Something knows of your existence. Where something knows of Anna's existence with a malice and indifference, something knows of your existence with malice and interest.
Oh.
I will let you decide which is worse.
Nicholas stuck on
Definitely,
that mask too, didn't he?
definitely the interest.
Golden
Yeah.
mask, yeah.
Nicholas didn't roll high enough to cast the spell to make a direct connection with the thing.
That's all right. I'll just escape into a mirror dimension.
Good luck.
You guys are
Alright.
gonna get me killed.
When are you guys gonna get us some zombies?
Oh, by the way, I'll tell you the thing you talked with, Jacob. It was Nyarlathotep.
The thing
Oh.
that was literally the title of our thing.
Yeah, that's who you had a conversation with.
That's fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who did I see in the seashell?
Noden.
Damn.
Who
We're just cat.
is not a big fan of Nyarlathotep and his servants.
The one inside the seashell?
Yes.
I was,
He
trying
was-
to determine, I was trying to determine whether or not that was, the basic, like, all right, that's going to be, Zeus or, whatever. And
He
then I was
looks
thinking
he looks like he would look like that. He would look like similar to how like Zeus or Poseidon or a lot of different like
Yeah, that's
very
what I was
early
thinking.
gods were portrayed as.
So I was thinking either Zeus or Jupiter, and then when you said the seashell thing, and then later on when McCarty was finding, it was like, oh, this looks like reminds me of Atlantis, and I was like, all right, maybe that was Poseidon instead. But coming right at me.
I can tell you that he holds no malice towards humans and no interest.
We're just kind of there.
Yeah.
Like literally. It's like
One of the things about the Cthulhu mythos that's interesting is humans are not the first people to inhabit Earth, and they're not the last people.
Oh.
They're a blip, a mistake that just happened to exist for a brief time.
Interesting. Well, with that, it's time for me to go to bed. Good night,
All right.
everybody.
I'm very disappointed in you all for not going insane from the mask.
We're just
Well,
that good.
We're just not we've cleared two without losing a person yet. maybe we'll get through England without that as well. We'll find out.
We'll find
I
out.
doubt that. England's gonna take
Uh,
one of you.
I'm in a much better place. Hey, you said the same thing about New York, though.
Yeah, and I was. New York almost took you several times.
But
But
it
it
didn't.
that is. We just built different.
Yeah. When we finally need a good roll, that's when we get it.
Exactly.
Amen.
I even threw plenty of shit at you. Somehow you guys just managed to slightly avoid death. Literally 3 of you almost died multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it came to the final fight, we just fucking cruised through that shit.
Well, you
Yeah.
went in prepared. That's the thing.
We were so prepared. We walked in, we snuck in, shot that motherfucker dead with 2 hits, and then turned on to the weaker zombies. If McCarty hadn't gone insane, that fight would have been a breeze.
That is true.
Yeah, look, if Mukunga Madari got an attack off, you would have been fucked.
But he didn't. We took that fucker out.
But you didn't.
Fast. I was more
Oh.
scared of that interdimensional shambler than I was of.
I was actually shitting my pants with that that
was-
shambler.
Oh, so as I fucking took off. I ran.
Me too.
I just love the twist of you guys being like, "Oh shit, something's coming in the door," and then no, it was in the mirror behind you this whole time.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that you were just throwing a cultist at us, like sneaking into the thing.
That's what I thought too. I thought it was just straight up like cultists at the party. They were gonna come in and assassinate us. We'd have a tussle, whatever. I wasn't expecting actual eldritch horrors coming out of the shit so fast.
I also appreciate how we just fucking abandoned that shit and let the rest of the party deal with it. We're just like,
That was a
Erica,
smart move.
Erica, this is your house. You handle that shit.
Erica, yeah, that's not.
By the
my
way, do you
forte.
guys tell Erica Carlisle what you found?
I don't
would-
think she really wants us to have like conversations with us. I think that she just wants to know.
She did ask for an update on anything to do with her brother.
Yeah, but I don't think she's like let have her tell us everything that we've done so far unless we immediately see, hey, your brother's involved, they're still alive.
Yeah.
And my grasp of her is that she's basically like, I don't want my brother coming back. Like, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. If he's fucking alive, shoot him dead, please.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ugh. Here I thought Clifford was gonna try and bring her home as a wife.
Clifford has had women. He is not interested in marrying. He's 42 and single for a reason.
He's gay.
He's into magic shit.
He's closeted.
I don't want to hear that from McCarty and his Harvard Dean Love.
Hey,
over
there's
there.
nothing going on between them. All right.
That's not the way Hardwood told it to us.
I think
No,
that's
that's
my
okay.
favorite
McCarty-
NPC so far.
McCarty uses it to his advantage, but he doesn't actually do anything.
By the way, Garrett, you do know that Harvard has a copy of the Necronomicon as well.
I feel like I need to pick that bitch up and take it to England with us.
You are not gonna. You're gonna have trouble taking it anywhere.
True.
The thing's locked in a case in a private viewing room. I will tell you right now, there's only 5 known copies of the Necronomicon to exist, and none of them are in the original Arabic. They're all in Latin.
Nah, makes sense. All right, I gotta go to bed though. Good
Night.
night, everyone.
Night.